Today I'm going to show you something that makes RSI much easier to interpret. A way to put multiple RSI lookback lengths on the same scale, so they finally speak the same language. Normally, RSI behaves very differently depending on the length. RSI 14 swings aggressively, RSI 70 barely moves, RSI 200 looks almost flat. And here's a key fact that most traders never realize. RSI 70 on the daily is mathematically equivalent on RSI 14 on the weekly. 5 days a week times 14 periods equals 70, right? Same formula, same signal. But visually, they couldn't look more different, which means comparing them or using them together has always been difficult or borderline useless. So today we fixed that. Just so you remember, this is educational only, not financial advice. If you've already watched the Adaptive Zones video, perfect, you're in the express lane. If not, no pressure, but the video lays the foundation. If you want to take a scenic detour, the link is above. Here's the idea. We take a long lookback RSI, like RSI 70, and transform it so it behaves like RSI 14. Same movement profile, same structure, and most importantly, the same adaptive oversold, overbought, support and resistance zones. And it works in 2 steps. Step 1. We transform RSI 70 into standardized z-score, meaning we express each value in units of standard deviation from its mean, the neutral 50-point line. Positive values above 50, negative values below 50. For example, an RSI 70 reading of 56 points becomes +1 sigma. This step removes the natural compression of longer RSI and puts everything onto neutral statistical ground. Step 2. We take those standardized values and map them back onto the RSI 14 scale using the same smooth hyperbolic tangent-based transformation from the adaptive zone system. So that previous +1 sigma, which was 56 points on RSI 70, becomes 63.5 points on the RSI 14 scale. And that gives us the result, a rescaled RSI that behaves like RSI 14 even if the original length was RSI 70, RSI 2 or RSI 200. Now let me show you what that looks like. First, we plot RSI 14 with its adaptive zones. Then we hide RSI 14, leaving just the zones, because those zones are calibrated to the behavior of RSI 14. Next, we add an upper pane with the raw RSI 70 using those same zones. Note that the values of RSI 70 and RSI 14 zones are different, but they still mean the same thing. Finally, we add the rescaled RSI 70, aligned to the exact same structure. And watch what happens. Both versions enter and exit meaningful areas at the same moment, which means rescaling works as intended. And that unlocks something powerful. Multi-lookback confluence on a single calibrated scale. You can now read structure like this. Short RSI is entering oversold, and long RSI is sitting right at the adaptive support. That combination provides far more confidence than either signal on its own. And here's the part you will like a lot. Because RSI 70 on the daily mirrors RSI 14 on the weekly, once it's rescaled, you don't need to wait for the Friday weekly close to know what the weekly signals will be. Often, you'll see it 2 or 3 days earlier. The timing difference turns waiting into preparation, and in markets, that matters. Now, if you want to try this yourself, the Rescaled RSI indicator is available right now on TradingView, and only on TradingView for now. Support for MT5, NinjaTrader, TradeStation, and others will come later. Let me quickly show you how this works. First, load the RSI adaptive zones with your preferred lookback, for example 14, and keep the zones visible. Load the Rescaled RSI indicator. it will open in a separate pane. Check the settings and make sure the output length matches the length of your primary RSI indicator. Simply drag the rescaled RSI onto the main RSI. And here's the important part. TradingView will automatically create a new scale for the rescaled RSI, so you need to go into settings and choose merge all scales into one. On my chart, it's the right scale. Voila, multiple RSIs on the same shared scale. You can obviously adjust the length, but make sure you remember to align the output length of the rescaled RSI with the length of your primary RSI. If you want the full reasoning, derivations, tables, and broader framework behind all of this, the 30-page RSI Manifesto is available below. Price is set to $0, so take advantage of the link below. Download it, read it, use it, and make RSI behave the way it should. If you haven't already, check out the full Adaptive Zones walkthrough, plus explore the rest of the RSI series while the revolutionary momentum is building. A lot more is coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.